Hello and welcome to Detroit Performs. I'm your host, DJ Oliver, and today I have the pleasure of volunteering at Edison Elementary School for the program Art Road, which brings art classes to Detroit Public Schools who wouldn't have them if it weren't for the program. Our first segment delves a little deeper into what Art Road is all about. You check that out while I continue to work on my artwork here with my new friends. All right, Jersey, what you working on? Eyes? Okay, let's try this here.
Art really just helps me express my creativity and my feelings.
It takes me on a cool adventure.
If I did not have art, I probably would not be me.
Art Road came about because over 17 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to come to her school and do an art project. I brought a piece of art from when I was little, from 4th grade. And one boy stood up and said, "Miss Carroll, we don't have art." I was just totally stunned. So I volunteered for 7 years. And then my husband and I founded Art Road nonprofit to bring art class back to more schools.
Currently, approximately 60 to 70% of the schools in Detroit do not have art programs.
There's so many children in the city. They're growing and learning, and they don't have art in their lives. We felt it was really important for kids to be able to have a creative outlet.
Education in art is an integral part of development of a human being. Art enhances dignity and help you perform better, not only in art but in everything.
All of our students may not achieve at the level that we may want them to academically, but art gives them another way to express themselves. It gives them another sense of motivation to come to school, to come in and show their talents and for them to feel successful. And so that's why art in Art Road has been just a significant component to every day at Edison Elementary School.
Art Road is a group of amazing partners, volunteers, guest artists that come together, and we bring art class back to over 1,200 students, 3 schools that lack art in their curriculum. We raise funds, employ amazing, gifted art instructors to actually teach during the curriculum all year long. So the students come down to their art teacher that we employ, and they have art class, just like we had when we were little.
For today, we're going to do something special with the clay. We work on 2 projects. The first one we work on is a clay dog with big nose, floppy ears, and tails. The kids love it. Eventually they turn into another kind of animal, like alien animals. But it's really cool. I think they make a great job. Very nice. So we have yarn and watercolor, and that makes it into this image here. And the other one we make yarn art, so it's yarn and watercolor paintings. So we use glue with brush to pen on the paper first, and then to glue the yarn to create a design, and then we go to watercolor and then pen over it, and it will create a very abstract art, like condensed keys art. It's really cool.
The kids respond to the art, I think, because art touches on such a personal human part of us. They respond in a huge variety of emotions, but mostly they respond with excitement. Art ignites your brain. There's so much of your brain active when you're creating art, and all of your senses are involved. You're seeing, smelling, touching, listening, participating, and so the kids get really excited.
Every children has an innate ability of becoming artists and great artists. For kids, it's there's no boundaries. They can think outside of the box easily. And sometimes I will how do you come up with this project? And I'm so amazed by just each of them. They have the ability of doing great things.
What we found is that because they have art class through Art Road, they actually take and carry the projects forward to their own home.
I do a lot of stuff. Sometimes I will go online and look for pictures to just paint and stuff. And sometimes me and my brother would just go home and just draw random stuff.
Throughout their art, I can feel either they're angry or they're happy. Some things they have in mind can actually transfer into images. And I think that helped them to analyze themselves and to interact with their peers.
Art has definitely been a monumental tool as far as our kids on a social platform. The students are able to not only express themselves, but also share their ideas, their feelings, and it creates a sense of togetherness because students who may not get along, they see some commonalities with another student just based on their art projects.
I feel happy because I get to be myself, and it's a place where I get to hang out with my friends and we all get to have fun in there.
They smile a lot. They would show off to me, and then they would just find the volunteer and then show them the picture they made, and they're really proud of it, and they're really proud of themselves. And you can tell from their face and how they do art and really go for it. I think the attitude is very showing their happiness.
I'm going to show you today what happens when you take this cold piece of glass and you heat it up to about 2,300 degrees.
Art education, what I see in the classroom is the students and the teachers take what they're learning in the linear sense and the math and the science, and then they come and they get to experiment with that in the classroom. They get to see, science in action when you're changing colors or with, the glass melting, and you're actually getting to experience those things. It's not just an abstract idea, but in art, you get to live that.
We come out and we bring a torch and we set up to do a glass blowing demonstration for the kids in the classroom. And we like to incorporate a little bit of glass lessons.
If you heat it up too quickly, it causes stress in the structure of the glass. It'll crack. It'll be like, bink!
We keep it really simple. We either just heat up the glass and blow a bubble or pull a string of glass, and they freak out for it. It's amazing. That reaction just blows us away. It feels so good inside to see them just freak out for, simple things that we take for granted.
Kids actually peek in the window, the students coming down the hall. That's kind of the energy behind what art class does for these students. Detroit is amazing. Our young artists are going to be the future designers of the world. All the amazing art that we have done with our signature projects, from painted hubcaps, our hubcap collection, to our mascot, our art dogs, to our amazing quilts that we've done in class, to our everyday projects that are just absolutely stunning, that we are showing the world visually that art and our students in Detroit matter.
I want to have art jazz every day because it is so cool, and it really makes me feel good.
Looks good. You can learn more about Art Road on DetroitPerforms.org.